Despite medical predictions from decades ago, this 92-year-old demonstrates remarkable activity. He not only drives independently, but also hasn't faced illnesses for over 30 years, avoiding even common colds. He claims this isn't just luck, but the result of consciously implementing 5 simple habits that have fundamentally changed his life. Some of these habits seem so ordinary that their effectiveness is questionable. However, as his personal experience shows, they truly have a positive impact. What are these secrets to longevity and robust health, and why should you consider applying them today? Every morning, before his feet even touch the floor, he starts with light activity. This isn't a full workout or stretching routine, but rather a method of awakening the body, a signal to start a new day filled with movement and energy. He's been practicing this since he was 62. A doctor once explained to him that the body ages most rapidly in the first 30 minutes after waking. Blood becomes thicker, joints lose flexibility, and the nervous system isn't fully activated yet. While most people rush during this period, jumping out of bed, grabbing their phones, and immediately diving into a whirlwind of stress, he chooses a different path. Lying on his back, he takes 3 deep breaths, stretches his fingers and toes, and slowly rotates his ankles and wrists. These 90 seconds allow every joint, every tendon, and every muscle to receive a clear signal. Wake up, you are needed. At first glance, this may seem insignificant, but this simple ritual improves circulation in the extremities, saturates the brain with oxygen, and increases awareness of movement. This, in turn, reduces the risk of falls, calms the nervous system, and improves overall well-being. Studies by the National Institute on Aging confirm that older adults who regularly perform gentle morning movements report increased energy levels, mental clarity, and a sense of balance throughout the day. Is it really that simple? He recalls his own morning sensations at age 60. Stiffness, a feeling of heaviness in his legs, a foggy mind. Once he even tripped over his slippers because his feet hadn't woken up yet. Then he realized that if he didn't give his body a signal, it would continue to delay waking. Now he never skips this ritual, doing it before his morning coffee and news. And if he ever forgets, his body itself reminds him of the need for movement. It's not about intensity, but consistency. It's the regularity, not the force of impact, that leads to the body's restructuring. The Mayo Clinic published a study demonstrating that regular practice of low-intensity morning mobility can reduce inflammation markers, support joint health, and even normalize blood pressure in older adults. This isn't just talk, but a scientifically proven fact. And most importantly, it doesn't require special yoga, a mat, or even getting out of bed. 90 seconds and conscious attention to your muscles are enough. When was the last time you truly greeted your body in the morning? The relentless aging process isn't a sudden leap, but rather a gradual accumulation of many small, sometimes imperceptible, but significant episodes. It's in these fleeting moments that the potential for radical change and a new start lies. Consider the example of a person who, for over 3 decades, has started each morning with a simple yet effective drink that protects his health. This isn't a trendy dietary supplement, a miracle pill, or an expensive superfood advertised online. The secret to his vitality is a glass of warm water with lemon, a pinch of turmeric, and black pepper. At first glance, nothing special. However, this unassuming habit possesses amazing power. This drink, the first thing to enter the body after waking, seems to tune the immune system, mitigates inflammatory processes, and prepares the digestive tract for the upcoming breakfast. Lemon enriches the body with vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that stimulates the production of leukocytes, key defenders of the immune system. As researchers at the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University claim, vitamin C not only helps prevent diseases, but also shortens their duration, especially in older adults. In addition, lemon activates bile production in the liver, supporting healthy digestion and preventing the accumulation of toxins. Digestive processes slow down with age, often due to a decrease in stomach acid, and lemon helps compensate for this deficiency. Turmeric, in turn, is a powerful natural anti-inflammatory agent thanks to the curcumin it contains. Numerous studies confirm that curcumin helps reduce the level of inflammation markers in the body. The level of these markers tends to increase with age, which can lead to the development of chronic diseases, joint pain, and even cognitive impairment. A study published in the journal Frontiers in Pharmacology found that curcumin has a positive effect on immune function in older adults and reduces oxidative stress. It is important to note that black pepper plays a significant role here. Piperine, which it contains, significantly increases the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. Without it, turmeric hardly enters the bloodstream. Together, these three components form a kind of golden elixir. The preparation process takes no more than 5 minutes. You just need to heat a cup of water, not to a boil but slightly. Squeeze the juice of half a lemon, add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. After thorough mixing, the drink is ready to drink. The person in question has been drinking this drink almost every morning for 3 decades, not because he read about it on the internet, but because he personally felt the positive changes. In the past, he suffered from sinusitis twice a year, experienced joint pain every winter, and felt sluggish and overwhelmed after breakfast. However, just 2 weeks after starting to drink the Golden Cup, his digestion normalized, bloating disappeared, and his joints became more mobile. At the same time, he did not make any other changes to his lifestyle. After a few months, he noticed that he had not been ill for almost a year. Since then, 30 years have passed, and he remains true to this healthy habit. Of course, he is exposed to viruses, but his body no longer meets them defenseless. He wakes up, he is vigilant, he is ready for any challenge. This Golden Cup is not just a morning drink, it is a kind of wake-up call, like morning exercises. He addresses his body with a call to action, saying, "Today we are going on the offensive." At the same time, he emphasizes that maintaining health does not require expensive dietary supplements or complex, exhausting protocols. It is enough to introduce small but consistent habits, which, like a quiet whisper, will say to the body, "I care about you." That is why, before preparing toast or eggs, he first prepares a special golden drink for himself. And here it is important to realize that this is not just a morning ritual, but a conscious statement about your choice in favor of health. He goes for a walk not for physical exertion, but for recovery and healing. Every day, regardless of the weather, he takes a 15-minute anti-inflammatory walk in the fresh air. No headphones, no distracting gadgets, just movement and deep breathing. Many people underestimate the benefits of walking, considering it only a backup option when there is no opportunity for more intensive activities, such as running. However, at 92, he confidently declares that walking is the cornerstone of health and longevity. In his youth, at the age of 60, he was fond of jogging, believing that profuse sweating was necessary to maintain youth. But one day he came across a scientific study that radically changed his idea of physical activity. This study claimed that simple walking can significantly reduce systemic inflammation in the body, normalize blood sugar levels, improve cognitive function, and even reduce the risk of premature death by as much as 39%. After this discovery, he stopped chasing intense workouts and began to enjoy the unhurried rhythm of walking. Walking is not just a mechanical movement of the body in space. It is a way to return all body systems to a harmonious state, to put the joints in order, activate the lymphatic system, calm the nervous system, and even clear the mind. The most important thing is to make walking a daily habit, no matter what the circumstances. It is not necessary to go long distances. Sometimes it is enough to just walk around the nearest block. But you should never miss a walk. And this is not about strict discipline, but about understanding what happens to the body when it does not. Stiffness in movements appears, aching pain in the joints, thoughts become confused. The digestion process slows down. But when he walks, he feels like a well-oiled machine. His shoulders straighten, his knees remain flexible, his mood improves, and by the end of the walk, he feels completely rebooted. There is scientific confirmation of this. A study published in the authoritative British Journal of Sports Medicine showed that just 20 minutes of walking a day significantly reduces the level of C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation in the body, in older adults. Another study conducted by scientists at Stanford University demonstrated that walking stimulates creative thinking and mental clarity much more effectively than any sedentary activity. But what finally convinced him of the benefits of walking? One morning, about 25 years ago, he skipped his daily walk due to being overly busy. He promised himself to make up for it later, but the day flew by, and for the first time in many years, he felt truly old. Not just tired or unwell, but truly old. His joints felt foreign, and his lungs seemed to have forgotten how to breathe properly. It was then that he realized that walking is not just one of the physical activity options, but a real medicine. Now he treats his daily walk as a strictly prescribed recipe. He puts on comfortable shoes, starts moving at a slow pace, concentrates on breathing, 4 seconds inhale, 6 seconds exhale, gently swings his arms to maintain proper posture. And one more unexpected but important element, he smiles while walking. Not because he feels happy, but because it makes him happy. A smile is a powerful activator of the vagus nerve, a key element of the nervous system responsible for regulating inflammatory processes, heart rate, and even digestion. Scientific studies, the results of which were published in the journal Psychosomatic Medicine, convincingly prove that a smile, especially during physical activity, significantly enhances the anti-stress effect of exercise. Imagine a person who for decades has drawn strength from a simple but effective ritual. He smiles, breathes deeply, and takes a 15-minute walk every day. This requires neither expensive equipment, nor ideal weather conditions, nor even a huge supply of energy. Walking itself is a source of energy because the human body is made for movement, and every step becomes an affirmation. I can still do it. If you are overcome by a feeling of stagnation, fatigue, or distraction, do not wait for a sudden surge of motivation. Just put on comfortable shoes, open the door, and say to your body, "Let's start with a clean slate." What new horizons will open up ahead? What other secrets of longevity and health are hidden in this amazing person? Maintaining strong health and an active lifestyle is a continuous path that requires a conscious attitude to your habits. In this context, it is worth paying attention to several key factors that can have a significant impact on overall well-being and life expectancy. For 3 decades, one indispensable element of nutrition has invariably been present in this person's diet. And we are not talking about vitamins or minerals, but about protein, the fundamental building material of the body. After the age of 60, many people experience a decline in strength, decreased energy, and impaired memory. Medical experts attribute these changes to a decrease in the efficiency of protein absorption by the body. In this regard, there is a need to increase protein intake to maintain muscle mass, cognitive functions, strengthen immunity, and optimize recovery processes. Replacing the usual morning porridge or toast with a breakfast for the brain and body consisting of a boiled egg, a portion of Greek yogurt, a handful of walnuts, and fresh blueberries can be an excellent solution. This combination provides the body with more than 25 grams of high-quality protein, anti-inflammatory substances, healthy fats, and powerful antioxidants. Protein plays a crucial role not only in the formation and maintenance of muscle mass. It is necessary to maintain the activity of immune cells, the synthesis of enzymes involved in tissue repair, and the production of neurotransmitters that ensure mental clarity and concentration. Studies show that consuming 25-30 grams of protein per meal helps improve muscle mass, reduce the frequency of hospitalizations, and increase life expectancy. In addition, adequate protein intake enhances the body's immune response to various diseases and vaccines. It is important to emphasize that not all proteins are equally beneficial. Preference should be given to complete proteins containing all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot synthesize on its own. Eggs, Greek yogurt, walnuts, and blueberries are excellent sources of such proteins. Observations show that a balanced diet enriched with protein helps stabilize blood sugar levels and maintain a stable level of energy throughout the day. To diversify the diet, you can replace some products with others while maintaining a sufficient amount of protein in each meal. A protein-rich breakfast has long ceased to be just a fashionable trend in dietetics. This is a vital need of the body, a foundation for maintaining a high level of energy and good health throughout the day. In today's world, the importance of mental well-being is often overlooked, yet the state of mind has a tremendous impact on a person's overall health and longevity. A daily practice of mental tuning, involving just a few minutes of visualizing an ideal day, can have a significant positive effect on the nervous system. By imagining oneself in a state of calm, confidence, and focus, a person has the opportunity to reprogram their brain, preparing it and the entire body for upcoming challenges and tasks. Numerous scientific studies convincingly demonstrate that the human brain does not draw a clear distinction between reality and vividly imagined images. The process of visualizing desired actions activates the same areas of the brain as if those actions were actually taking place. It is well known that chronic stress is one of the main enemies of the immune system. It contributes to increased cortisol levels, harms brain cells, weakens immunity, and even destroys muscle tissue. Daily mental tuning, in turn, helps to significantly reduce stress levels and improve the overall functional state of the body. When the mind is in a state of harmony and peace, the body naturally follows. This leads to a decrease in blood pressure, activation of immune cells, improved cognitive functions such as memory, and normalization of the digestive process. Regular mental exercises contribute to reduced anxiety, improved concentration, and enhanced effectiveness of the immune response. Thus, taking care of mental health is an integral part of maintaining an active and healthy lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle is not a coincidence, but the result of conscious and consistent choices that a person makes daily. A morning warm-up, consumption of healthy beverages, regular walks in the fresh air, a balanced breakfast, and mental tuning are seemingly small but incredibly powerful habits that can reconfigure the body's functions and significantly improve the quality of life. Health does not disappear suddenly. It slips away gradually in the moments we overlook. And just as gradually, it returns in the form of quiet but confident steps, restoring vitality. However, that's not all. There is another important aspect that can be the missing link in the pursuit of slowing down the aging process. This concerns what happens to the body every night while a person sleeps. This is certainly worth discussing in more detail next time.